It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now and did earlier on. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Portland Trailblazers. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the 76ers, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. DeAnthony Melton out there with Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes. But it's not a rebuild. This new-look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long-term.
Now, here's Lillard. Simons with a screen on Hart. Lillard with the bucket.
His game starts with the 3. Lillard shooting opens up the rest of everything that he can do offensively.
Harden outside. Embiid sets the pick for Harden. Pass to Melton. 4 on the shot clock. Well, fade away. Embiid, no good. Grant the pass to Simons. He kicks it to Lillard. They get it again.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Now the 76ers with it. It's a 5-point game. Harden the pass to Harris. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. Shot from the top of the key. Grant. That's good.
Well, crucial that Grant becomes more and more effective at draining those kind of shots.
Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard from outside. Doesn't go that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Grant dishes to Lillard. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To end the run, and it's laid up and in by Harris.
Banging around, trying to move guys around defensively. Tobias Harris showing he's got a little bit working tonight.
Here's Simons. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Harden, no good. Portland leading by 7. Grant the pass to Lillard. Back to Grant. Here's Nurkic. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Shake Milton is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's House in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Lillard from outside, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shoot two.
He's off on the first.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
And he sinks the second. And Greg, we know at Washington, Thybulle was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for second best in the league.
The 76ers trail by 4. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Harrell. Fires from 18. That one wide left.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Nobody near Lillard. Gets an open look and hits. Lillard's got 5.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for George Niang. Harris comes in for Daniel House. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's James Harden in for Shake Milton.
One shot.
That's good from Harrell.
On average, 4 to 6 coaching changes happen after every regular season. And in 2021, the Trailblazers parted ways with their coach after 9 seasons. And Chauncey Billups was brought in as their new leader.
Hart, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Harden against Simon. Shoots it up. The 76ers again can't hit it.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
For the 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 5. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Harris. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
The pass to Grant. Great D that time from Harrell. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Portland out in front, up 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Doc, what do you think you'll see from them in the second half?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Always the coach's mantra. Thanks, Doc. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome. First up, let's look at the two guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half.
These two have been great. Locking horns, you know, like those battering rams you see on the nature documentaries. No one has given an inch.
Wait, since when do you watch nature docs?
I am nature docs. The animals hear me.
All right, let's talk about the first half. A little bit of ground to make up for the 76ers.
They're struggling to nail the shots right now. Selection is a big part of that. They got to work harder to find quality looks.
Yeah, these teams are playing at a faster pace, Shaq. I mean, sometimes you got to slow things down to get your big fellas involved, and you got to have patience.
When you say slow down, do you mean like this?
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers, trailing by 5. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. Simons and Hart are your wingmen, and it's Lillard in at the point guard position.
And in his 7th season in the league, Jeremy Grant took a huge step forward. The scoring output went way up.
Yeah, and there's some recognition around that. He got some first place votes for most improved player, and that's pretty impressive for a guy in the middle of his career. So the work ethic paying off, and he's desiring to get better.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is. He's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. Nurkic a screen on Harden. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got the first bucket of the third here for Portland. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
On the wing, Harris. Defended by Hart. Harris, no good. Trailblazers leading by 7.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Passes it to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And Anthony believing in himself that time, just zero hesitation on that, Jay.
And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
Anthony Melton taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Melton. And for so long, the Blazers have had great guard play.
Yeah, Lillard and McCollum, what a great tandem back there. But defensively, there were some gaps, and now it's Lillard and Simons. So they've gotten even a little bit smaller. This has been a strength of the Blazers for a decade now, and it just comes at you in a little bit different package.
Melton hits them both.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The tray. A shot by Milton, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
They get it back. There's Winslow. The layup off target. The 76ers trail by 8. Milton the pass to Melton. Jacks up a 3. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break.
20.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 8. Harrison and Embiid are manning the post position. Shake Milton is out there with Harden, and it's House in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Yeah, easy call.
Trendon Watford. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
I feel like Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of smaller defenders.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Harris drops them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Grant sets a screen for Lillard. Pass to Watford. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers trail by 6. Pass to Milton. Now here's Embiid. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Nurkic. Now here's Lillard, defended by Milton. Lillard, a screen on Harris. Kicks it out to Lillard. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Hard against Harden. Embiid, the pass to Tucker. On the wing, Milton. Embiid with a screen on Lillard. Embiid wide open. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And this coaching staff loves to see that kind of aggression from Embiid. No hesitation on the jump shot. That's the mentality they want out of a big man.
Now, here's Lillard. Defense right on him. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And Lillard loves the responsibility on a nightly basis as the leader of this team to get out there and set the tempo for what they're trying to do.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Shake Milton. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game. The 76ers running out of time. Harden outside. The pass to Embiid. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simons with the screen on Hart. And Lillard kicks to Simons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Simons has got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. To the inside. Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Grant sets a screen for Lillard. Grant outside. Off target with his three. Feint looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
Lillard looking around. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Dane, how much do you challenge yourself to provide that scoring to get this team over the hump?
I mean, coming into the game, I know I'm going to get a lot of attention. Teams trying to stop me, so I let it come to me. And, you know, nobody has ever won a game in the first half. It gets done in the second half, so that's when I come on and try to get it done.
That is when the stars shine the brightest, and you are shining out there tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.